paddy works on the railway. In 1842 from Hartlepool I moved to Crewe, found myself a job to do, working on the railway.
Hiya. Something a bit different today. Lots of people have questions about getting internet and Wi-Fi working in the workshop, and I'm currently reorganising my workshop, so it's exposed, so I figured it's a good time to show you how I've done mine. It's a fairly simple setup, and I'll give you the parts list as we go. I installed my Ethernet into my garage, my internet into my garage. I have a cabinet there because I used to work in computers and I had lots of computers running. But I didn't have a workshop, so I didn't run a cable down to the workshop, which didn't exist. So I used the TP-Link Ethernet over Powerline. Mine's quite an old one, the 1200. They go faster than that these days, but it's fast enough. That pairs up with one in the workshop, which we'll go to next. And there's the other half of it plugged into the workshop. They're easy to set up. You just plug them in next to each other, press a button on the side. That encrypts the signal between the two units so that it can't be hacked. And then you plug them somewhere in the same circuit. Job done. When I built my workshop, the thought of having internet in the workshop was crazy. The thought of making videos was daft. So obviously I never did. But now we do. Good old COVID. So, just above the dust hose there, at the top of the picture, there's a 5-port Chinese made internet switch. It's nothing special, cost me about £5, but it does the job. And then down below that there's the Wi-Fi system, which is the BT Wholehome disk system. I bought a set of 3 of these when Maplins went and closed down, and they were dirt cheap. Nowadays I think they're around 120 quid for 3 discs. But they give you a mesh system, but you can also connect Ethernet to each of them and make them work via the internet as opposed to through the Wi-Fi. So this gives me good Wi-Fi in the workshop as well as a cabled connection to the workshop. So let's move to the next scene. To configure the BT Wholehome system, you just run in the IP address of one of the disks and it gives you access. There's default password and stuff to get in. And then you set it up just like any other Wi-Fi system. It can work entirely as a mesh so that you only have to have one plugged into the Ethernet. It could even work with one connected to the Wi-Fi off of your broadband router. But plugging 2 into the Ethernet, as I've done, allows me to not worry about the distances that Wi-Fi will cover. Once you've done that, you set it up in the same way. It's got the dual band 2.5 and 5 MHz. 5 MHz is faster but has shorter range. 2.5 is slower, has longer range. Set them both up and, well, in my case you can be anywhere in the garden and get Wi-Fi signal. Or the house obviously. So all of this is to run my recording studio over my lathe. I've got 2 screens up now. I only had one up until yesterday. And I have a Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy running touch portal to allow me to switch cameras and stuff easily when I'm making a live. As you can see, there's a Apple Mac Mini screwed to the wall, or in a box and screwed to the wall. That is the computer I use to do everything. It's small, it doesn't use much power, but it is an i7 and it's got plenty of memory, so it works. I do run Windows on it rather than Mac OS X because I find it easier. So that's kind of it. That's my setup. I've still got cameras to connect to this system yet, and some more wires to be added to the jumble. Once all the wires are in and all the cameras are in place, I'll look at wrapping them up and making them tidier. But for now, that's it. Very easy system. It's using a Powerline starter kit, 2 pieces. One in the garage where the router is, one in the workshop connected to another switch. One of those is connected to the BT Wholehome mesh kit. I've used other mesh kits for other people. The BT is pretty good, and as I said, I got it cheap because Maplins was closing down. But any mesh kit system will work. Or if you've got a few old freebie routers knocking about with Wi-Fi on them, then connecting those in series can work as well. A little bit more complex to set up, but not much. And I can't really think of anything else to say. It's very easy. If any of the guys that watch my stuff regularly wants to get Ethernet working in the workshop, I'm available. Just drop me a message and we'll talk you through getting yours sorted out. Obviously it varies depending on the circumstances of your system. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all the usual stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully turning some wood. Cheers for now.